everybody. Today I want to show you how to actually use the VPN software. Just going to go over a few of the functions and features. Just go ahead and start it. You'll see once it's loaded, it'll save your information, and I have it set to automatically log in. And this is what you will see on your boot screen. When you first download the software, it'll run you through a wizard, and it'll ask you certain questions and set it up for the best way for you to use. Of course, you can change all of it, and I'm going to show you exactly how here. You'll notice right here is your IP address, and the VPN is not connected. You'll see that this is a location that I've selected right now. I'll show you here in a moment how to change that. It's the protocol you're using, kill switch, and all the other stuff here. So let's go step by step. First, let's go to servers, and then you can select which one you want to use. You can group by your favorite servers. Here you can select by the star which one you select as your favorite, and it'll show just those. If you want to group them by continent, there's Canada, you'll see Sweden, Switzerland, Luxembourg, and all that. There's tons of them. Tor over VPN, and that's the onion router. For those of you who are not familiar with Tor, it's where a lot of people they use that to go to the deep web, the dark net. Here's double VPN. You'll see that actually we'll look at the Tor ones. There's 3 of them. Everything here is anonymous. Here's double VPN. You'll see that it goes through 2 different virtual private networks. There is Netherlands to the US to I think that's Saigon. Saigon to the Netherlands, and you can select whichever one you want. Here, these are how many of them are actually open. That's 100% open. This 2% of this has been used. The bandwidth, that's what that refers to. You'll see some of them even lower than that. There's 94. If it gets down too low, you'll see the colors change from like yellow and to red if there's like tons of users there. Here's torrent servers, and that's if you're into downloading torrents. Okay, like right here, you'll see this is yellow, but there's only 62% of this available. That means this is being used a lot. I've seen this go down to 28% free, and this will turn red, letting you know that, oh, you should stay away from this one. It'll be super slow for you. Select another one, and you'll see that there are different servers for the same one. Netherlands, Amsterdam, there's 2, 3. You'll see a 1 here somewhere. Sometimes it'll go offline, but it will come back in a day or 2. Let's see. Here is gaming servers for those of you who like playing just video games. There's 1 of them. Or you can go up here to fastest servers. When you select fastest server, then that's exactly what it's going to do. It'll find, there's Asia, let's see, A to Z. Trying to remember how, reset. Okay, this is how it normally looks. You can select the ones in the US. You don't use any of these for torrenting, because they will shut down your account if you use these. You have to use the ones specifically for torrents. These are just if you want to regular VPN, just for browsing. You can select anywhere. You're not, like say if you live in New York, you don't have to stick with New York. You can go LA or Atlanta. Select any one you want, but just make sure you read the rules about which ones are used for which. This is the biggie though, the torrent servers. If you use torrenting with any of the regular servers or other ones, they will ban your account. Just letting you know up front. Now let's go to the settings. These will automatically be filled in with the startup wizard. Once you first open the software, you can always come in and change. This is something that is new. They can every 5 minutes change which servers that will rotate through. I don't have it do that, but of course you can. This is usually on by default. So is that. If you just highlight it, it'll tell you exactly what these are for. The kill switch, now this is very important. Like say if you're downloading torrents, for instance, and you have your like software open, the uTorrent or Tixity or whatever you use, sometimes the connection will drop, but if you have it set up, it will automatically reconnect. You have to right here, auto login, auto reconnect. I have it. If it accidentally drops, it will come right back in. But once it drops, the software right here, if you have it application kill switch, if you have the software, you add it here, and while it's running, once the VPN, you'll see that your IP will change right here. This is your original, and it will give you a brand new one. You'll see it here. Once it reverts back to this, anything that you have listed in here will automatically be killed. It'll just completely shut it down. It won't save anything. It'll just automatically kills it. Now the internet kill switch, this is a lot more friendly. Like if you're downloading torrents, like for instance, and it'll automatically kill the program, like the Tixity. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tixati. Not sure how it's pronounced, but once you kill it down here, which is good, you know, it keeps you from getting one of those DMCA notices for downloading illegal software, illegal movies, blah blah blah. Once it's killed, right in the middle of downloading, and it starts back up, what it does is it goes through and scans everything, you know, does a check all the integrity of the files, and that can take hours depending on how large the files are. If you're downloading like something that's, you know, dozens of gigabytes, you know, like full seasons of your favorite TV shows or whatever, it will. I have seen that take up to 2 hours for all of the checking to finally finish. If you have just an internet kill switch, it won't kill the program. What it does is it chokes the data that comes through the internet, so that what it does is it will block all internet traffic. If the IP reverts back to your original, if you're downloading something, what it'll do is everything will drop down to, like, say if you have a speed of downloading about, I don't know, 5,000 to 7,000 kilobits per second, it'll drop everything down to 0. The software will remain open, but absolutely nothing will be downloading. No traffic will be going through whatsoever until this goes from not connected to connected. Once this is reconnected and your new IP is back on, then it will start downloading, and you will see all of your download speeds will all of a sudden go back to normal. So there's a big difference between these two. This will kill it automatically. This won't kill the application, but it will kill any data transfers whatsoever. And you can set up the behavior of this if you want it to automatically boot the software as soon as you start your computer. Here, like I showed you at the very beginning, mine automatically logs in because I have that checked. And if you have your protocol, I'll show you that in a minute. But if you have your location already set up for one thing, it'll automatically connect. So you don't have to connect click the connect button, it'll automatically do that. And you just go through all these and figure out whatever ones you want. Let's see. IDNS. This is just a little overview. Allows you to access, restricted media services. It tells you right here that when you turn this on, that this right here will be turned off, and right here it's no longer encrypted. So I'm not sure what people use this for. I don't use it. Everything I do, I use this regular VPN. I don't use this at all. So I really couldn't tell you what that is. Here is if anything goes wrong, or everything that you do right here. It'll show you what's going on. You can click the log and see everything that's happened. But right now, what I want to do is I want to change the protocol. Automatic, it will select any of these. I prefer this one. This is just what I use. And now let's go to servers. Let's try Chicago, and I'll show you exactly how it works. Your regular VPN's right here. Click connect, and you'll see right here what it's doing. And that's it. It's connected. It'll show you up here, and this is your little grid for speeds of upload and download, which you'll see right here. It'll tell you your new IP right there, the newest version, and sometimes you'll see ads here, like if they have a special, they'll post it here, and here's news. This will show you anything new that they posted, that something that they thought you should be aware of. Okay, I'm just gonna disconnect because I don't need this on right now. So disconnect, and that's it. You'll notice that this here was circle on it, which means it will not allow you to click refresh. If you've been using this for a while and you disconnect it, when you click refresh, it will update all of these for you. Like maybe this will be lower, maybe these will be higher. It just shows you what's changed since your last login. Right here, it's telling me that I need to update, which I will do here shortly. Here's like the news. You'll see that's changed. It's just telling you this. You'll see that they do offer. I've seen this like 50 to 70, well, 8% now. But they're offering. They're always having deals. So always check for those deals, and this will tell you how long you get to use this for. And you keep upgrading, it'll just keep going longer and longer. Well, I think that's everything I want to show you about this. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. And don't forget to check the link below, and it'll take you through there and give you a special deal for signing up through the link. Thanks. Bye.